Hi, everyone. So, Virgo, let's get to it. Six of Pentacles is your card at the bottom of the deck. So, this card is about getting to a point in your life where you're able to give back. I mean, it does say that if you're in need of some help, that someone will be there to help you. But it also reminds you that when you are at a point in your life and that you are able to give back, that you um, honor that and or even pay it forward. This type of philanthropy and giving, and it is a season of giving, but this is something that we should remember to do not just during the holidays, but throughout the year. But remember, you can do this in many other ways than giving money. Like I don't have extra money to spread around, but I do a lot of free tarot readings for people. Um, and you can help out at school, you can volunteer at work. Well, I work at a hospital. So, or, whatever, join a team, do a mud run for cancer, whatever. There are tons of ways to give back that don't involve just digging money out of your pocket. And I find when you do things like that, that isn't just digging money out of your pocket, you actually get probably more out of it than the money you raise, because it can be super fulfilling. Okay, your first card is the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups is a card that comes up when you need to walk away from something that is no longer emotionally positive for you anymore. So this can play out in big and small ways. It can play out in relationships, a job. It can be even something small like the place where you go get your hair cut, like the person's somehow disrespectful, or you don't like they're, I don't know. That's a stupid example, but sorry, you're one of my last readings, so I'm starting to lose it here. But it doesn't have to be something huge. But, it usually is something that's been causing you quite a bit of stress. Like it's probably something that's keeping you up at night, or that anytime you have to deal with this situation, you kind of dread it. I had a situation where was helping some friends out and letting them keep their horse in my barn. And it got to the point, I mean, they just sort of, nothing they said they were going to do, they did. And it got to the point where I hated going to the barn. And going to the barn was like my, one of my, like my sanctuary. Like it always made me feel better. And it was just like, I cannot, I now, this place that I once loved, it just created a bad situation. I had to kick them out, and I actually lost a friend over it. But were they really a friend if they were that disrespectful and didn't hold up their end of the bargain? So, it would be sort of a situation like that. It could be a relationship. Maybe your daycare provider is just not a good fit for your kid, and you just is constant complaining about something, your kid being two. It's like, well, he's two. So, you know what I mean? Something like that. So it's can be a painful card, and it's not necessarily something you're happy about. But once you've let go and worked through it, there is always a new beginning in that card. So it's a little bit of bittersweet. Well, it's definitely something emotional. But once you have, maybe you've walked away from a relationship or a situation a long time ago, but you haven't quite let it go. And you really need to work through the process of grieving that and letting it go. Because look what's right here, a new emotionally fulfilling and balanced partnership. This could be in any of those things I said. It could be a love relationship. It could be a work partnership. It could be someone sharing your barn with you. It doesn't, anything, but there is a better emotional fit coming, is my point. And the Nine of Wands. So this card coming up just shows me that you've been through a lot. And, the traditional card has this guy with a bandage around his head, and he has 9 swords, and he's kind of leaning on one, and he looks pretty tired and battle weary, but he's still standing, and he's still able to he's prepared for the next fight. Like, he's not giving up. He's fine. He can do it. So I'm feeling like some of you guys are really going to look at if you are open to allowing something new to come in. Are you able to give and receive, or are you still shut off? Are you still grieving something from the past? Even if you walked away from it, I'm starting to think that you may have walked away from it quite some time ago, but have you really let it go? And the other part of the Eight of Cups is the excitement of something new. And it's telling you to really make sure that you go through the whole process of this card, from walking away to grieving to letting go to being open to accepting new things into your life. Even if you've had, been bruised and beaten up in the past emotionally, more metaphorically. And so now, looking at this foundation card, I see this card as the card that's going to kind of come to the surface throughout this month. And this card to me now is saying that you need to be open to give and taking, to giving love and receiving love, and receiving new situations into your life. So yeah. So this isn't going to be for everyone. Maybe something was shut down and in the past that needs to be open, because you do have something emotionally fulfilling waiting to come in. And the past is not necessarily a barometer for the future, unless you're just hanging on to things and not allowing to let go and being receptive to new things coming in. Yeah, so that's kind of exciting, actually. So some of you, if you're single, might meet someone, or maybe if you're in a current relationship, you need to let go of something that happened that is still tainting the relationship, and allow sort of a new rebirth in your relationship in the future, something like that. So I hope you have a really lovely holiday, and I'll see you at the next video. Take care.